Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today on a beautiful day here. It's warm in Hollandale Beach. Brian Nadeau, Samantha Perry with you, and this will be our last week where we kick off Thursday racing, because next week we're back with you 5 racing days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, but we're happy to have you aboard. Holidays are behind us. Hope everybody had a safe and happy new year and looking a lot to look forward to.
Yep. We've got a ton to look forward to. We're on the precipice of Pegasus. We had the invite lists go out the first round this week, and we'll get into it a little bit later, but exciting times ahead.
Yeah, a strong list of invitees, not only to the $3 million World Cup, but of course the Pegasus World Cup Turf and the Filly and Mare Turf as well. But 9-race card for you today on Thursday. Rainbow Six kicks off in race number 4. That gross jackpot guarantee is $100,000. A strong card today. We are fast. We are firm. The Tapeta is here as well. And the early pick 5 kicks off in the opener on pools that have been well over during the week, especially over $300,000-$400,000, and there's been some big payoffs as well. So let's take a quick look at my ticket, a $24 early pick 5 ticket. We go 4 deep in the opener. Race number 2, the 2-horse Falaise Fog on top. The single in race number 3 of Scalable will be probably 1 to 5 in there after some scratches. In race number 4, the top pick is the 6, and that is Tis Romantic. That is a good Tapeta race in race number 4. And then in race number 5, back on the Tapeta, the top pick is the 7 in there, Our Awesome Sauce on a $24 ticket. You know, speaking of Pegasus World Cup in that list, I just want to mention, too, stay tuned on the broadcast. I believe it's after race 2. We'll see Senior Buscador schooling for Todd Fincher, and he's front and center in the Pegasus World Cup. What a job Todd has done, a Grade 2 winner at Del Mar this summer, and pretty cool to have him here, and he's actually been here for a little bit as well to get kind of acclimated to his South Florida surroundings. Let's get into the card, though, here. 6.5 furlongs on a fast main track in the opener. It's a $16,000 maiden claimer, 3-year-old fillies going at it. Both of our, we've got the good television here. 2, 8, 7, 1, right in a rip for us. Castellana, I'll throw it to you because you can bring up the replay of Castellana and Miss Athletic. This is back on September 29th, right?
Yes, yep, it is. And I thought this was a good effort. Now, Castellana here has to just check a little bit. You see the feet in the dashboard a little bit. That was Sunny Leon who was aboard there. And that just kind of got her off her stride. And then we bring it back. Thank you guys so much. Now, Miss Athletic just completely ran off the first half mile of this race here. Castellana made a big run on the outside here. Miss Athletic has run 2 times since then, but Castellana did well here, and she looks to be pretty tough, I feel like, right back.
Yeah, this is not the saltiest group we're going to run here. That is to be sure, and she's got upside too. I think that's very, very important in these lower level maiden claiming races. She's run just twice. All these newly minted 3-year-old fillies get Lasix. Ragazza, the 8, will not get Lasix. Carlos David Firster, actually, and that's who we have in second. Paco is here, and we say this time and time again in spots like these, might not be a bad thing to be a first-time starter.
No, it's not at all, because we've kind of seen everybody else's cards here going into this horse blind, but I think it's a good thing that Paco's on.
I do too. She's 7-2 on the morning line. You do not want to see this horse up there at 7-8 to 1. That would not be a good sign for these connections in this kind of race. Early pick 4 kicks off on the turf in race number 2. It's a $50,000 2L 4-year-olds and up, a field of 8 in here. Samantha is on that early pick 4 ticket, and we'll take a look at that now.
Yeah, and very small sequence for me here. You see the single. I'm going against Scalable. It's not going to do anybody any good to use them both. Curl and Scroll for me. Race 4. I do have the 8 on top. That is the best distance. And in race number 5, I've got the 1, Past Sahara, on top for Pete Walder, $12 play. And this race I felt was a little more wide open on the grass.
Yeah, I think so too. It could be a little bit of a spread race. Nobody should be too favored in here. It looks like it's a competitive group. We both land on the top pick, Falaise Fog, now in Jimmy Toner's barn. You can show the replay of that last start.
Yeah, this was an interesting race because this horse looked like a absolute clear winner. He just kind of took off. Now, Admiral's Wave just kind of hanging out in the back. Falaise Fog did a little bit more of the dirty work here, and Mike Stidham used to have this horse here, and you see those the blue Godolphin silks, and then now this horse has changed ownership and connections. This horse takes off here, and I really looks like this horse is just going to win for fun, and he's just kind of doing his thing, and it was almost like he was waiting on horses.
It looked it, didn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit here, and it is eventually beat by April Fool's Andy. That horse came back to win. The other runner there, Admiral's Wave, just that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you could almost visually see it there that he kind of sort of pulled himself up in mid-stretch, or like you said, waiting on horses. Now in Jimmy Toner's barn, and listen, the line for Jimmy forms behind me. I love the job he does, not only with Joe Allen, but this is AJ Suited Racing, and Jimmy's got a lot of their horses too. I would expect this horse to fire a good shot today. The 6 Seaver should be a good price on the stretch for Timmy Hills.
Yeah, and I think that this is a horse as well that it has shown speed in the past, but just because he's exiting that 5 furlong sprint doesn't necessarily mean I don't think he's going to be at the front here. Joe Bravo, he's pretty patient rider. Maybe he can just kind of sit at a nice little mid pack and make a one run.
Yeah, and he's third off a long layoff, a 15-month layoff. So maybe he moves forward a little bit. Mr. Abario, no surprise there for Maker and Saez, and then Italian Symphony as well. Safi off the claim. Is this the stat? We got one later for Safi. Safi off the claim on a stretch out. I would think Italian Symphony, unfortunately with IRAD, you're going to take an underlay price.
Yeah, definitely you are. But set up well to run big in this race, especially if they're flying early.
Well, yeah, and it wouldn't shock me at all on the stretch out if he's pretty close early as well, because IRAD's going to have to go a little bit at least from what is not an ideal draw, going a mile on the turf course. And we do want to mention that the rails are at 31 feet in that one, 31 feet today. Race number 3, it's a maiden special weight, a 1-turn mile on a fast main track. Scratch the 3 above the sky, the 4 99 to 1. That's because she actually won the other day at Tampa, so she was ineligible for this race. She's out, of course, and then the 7 Fantoma is out. It leaves us with a field of 4, unfortunately, but 2 of them are pretty darn good and talented.
Yeah, very
Nobody wants
very
to run
good.
against Scalable at Curlin's.
Yeah, no, probably mostly scalable, and we'll show you why, because this was a huge effort in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. This horse was absolutely nowhere early. There we go. Nowhere early. And then watch this move as she just picks off horses. This was pretty impressive, Brian.
Yeah, we watched this the other day, and we were it's like we remember it, but then we saw it again, and it's like, whoa, look at this.
Right.
Which is why I'm shocked that you didn't pick her. I get why, and we'll talk about it in a second. This is a power move here. By the way, she's a maiden, obviously, coming in off a second in the Grade 2 Chandelier to Shistalis, who you liked. I think you used her in this race. Okay, it's over here now, but she still actually ran on a little bit. She didn't quit. She was left with way too much to do. She was admittedly, and I'm sure Todd Pletcher would say it, she was in a tough spot as a maiden, running in that race behind a soon-to-be champion, just FYI. Boy, I thought she acquitted herself very, very nicely. She's going to be 1 to 5 in here, and you don't pick her, so that's a really good thing.
Maybe, I mean.
Well, I mean, at least for wagering purposes, because you get a ton of value on a horse. Listen, Curlin's Girl might be going places for Tony D as well.
Yeah, did we have the replay? I can't remember. No, I watched it, but no. This filly just completely bounced off the rail on the stretch run at Aqueduct. It was not just a little love tap either. It was, we did have
good.
it. Okay, see, I'm not losing my
Thanks,
mind.
guys.
All right, thank you guys. This was a few days ago when we did this, but watch her here. Boom, bounces right off that rail. That was, I'm not saying that made the difference of her winning or losing the race.
It did.
It had to, because at first she's really running on, and I'm not saying she got scraped up or anything from that. Maybe she did, but I think adrenaline kind of kicks in so much, and then you're like, ooh, wow, I hit the rail there. That doesn't feel too good, and then she was just defeated. That was just a really game effort, and that was her first time on the dirt, first time going 7 furlongs. She should stretch out nicely. I don't know. Maybe.
Tony Duccio does a heck of a job, one of the good guys as well. IRAD is here. I would think, because IRAD's faster than Scalable, but I've got to believe Jose Ortiz is unscalable. We'll almost ride this like a match race. There's nobody else in here.
Exactly.
I'm not letting my brother get away because this is, if Curlin's girl does get away, she could be tough.
Right.
It looks like she's a filly with a lot of talent. They paid $360 for a daughter, of course, of Curlin. She would have won there. I mean, she lost by a neck.
That's true.
And she lost a lot of momentum in deep
Yeah.
stretch. Both of these gals, as the whole field does, had Lasix as well. So this will be a fun race, and a couple of prospects that, if everything goes according to plan, I'm sure their connections have the Gulfstream Park Oaks firmly on their radar later in the meet. All right, 3 down, 6 to go. When we come back on the 9-race Thursday card, it's Rainbow 6-time, $100,000 in that gross jackpot guarantee.
And they're off in the Pegasus World Cup. They're off in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. And they're off in the Curlin Florida Derby. White Arboreal almost home.
And Nyquist is still unbeaten. Orb and John Velasquez have won the Florida Derby.
Barbaro wins.
And there you have it. Northern Dancer will be the winner of the Florida Derby.
It's tradition. Every year, the stars gather for a spectacle. Stars of the racing world collide
What a sport! What a horse!
to cement their legacy in their quest for greatness. Bear witness as we raise the stakes and shatter the status quo. Watch as the brightest stars in fashion take the stage, and we forge unforgettable memories. Be part of this storied heritage. Revel in performances from the superstars of entertainment, and the unexpected awaits you at every turn. Join us in this unrivaling celebration, where champions ascend and legends are created. This is the Pegasus World Cup, where stars align.
And welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you. Boy, I hope you come down to South Florida, Holiday Beach today, because it's a beautiful day. This is the nicest day we've had in quite some time. It's warm today. There's no rain, no nothing. $100,000 in the gross jackpot guarantee for the Rainbow Six. The Pegasus noms are out, that first list of them. We'll talk about that throughout the day. Let's take a look at my Rainbow, though. And as we say each and every day, this pool should easily surpass $100,000. They've been really betting big, and of course with firm turf racing and during the championship meet, all eyes are on Gulfstream Park here, and 2 deep in the opener, which we'll get to. Race number 5, the top pick is the 7, Our Awesome Sauce, off the claim for Jose D'Angelo. A couple of spreads in here in the middle of this sequence. This is a tough race on Tapeta, maiden special weight. I go to the 5, Scat 2 Tap, Jorge Abreu with a speed play here. That's the big spread is in race 7. Samantha's long shot. Samantha's buddy is my long shot, old rock and roller, the one horse. Best bet is in race number 8, and that is Dr. Ray D. And in race number 9, we go 4 deep on the turf to wrap up this card. The 1 Royal Upstart on top for me. That's a $64 ticket. It is not an easy sequence today at all. Get involved and take a shot at sweeping this thing. It's out there, I think. We'll start it on the Tapeta in race number 4. What a good race this is. We do scratch out the 3, Pound Green, and this is a really good group, Samantha. You're going to go with, I don't want to call him the outsider, but the best distance, the 8 horse, and we're going to show that replay. Boy, he just got nosed out. If you played this horse last time, I really feel for you.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. Well, this was
and racecraft, excuse me.
Yes, this was the race.
Okay, two back,
yes. The Best Citizens came back to run second, and that was the race that you're mentioning.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Fly the W, Racecraft. Fly the W was a huge upset winner last weekend.
Saturday.
Yes, it's in in a stakes race just was incredible. There's Racecraft just barely nosing out. Now the 4 is best distance there. He hung tough. He kind of did a little bit more of the dirt. Actually, he did the dirty work on the front end in that race. I like the fact that he's drawn outside here today, and this is just a race where I feel like maybe something funky could happen.
Well, he's going to be the best price of the 3,
Right.
and the 3 are Racecraft and my top pick, Tis Romantic, because those two are going to be comfortably ahead in the wagering. I'm surprised to see you don't have Tis Romantic higher up there for Safi. I mean, he just lost to Fly the W by a neck himself.
Right.
He's got the speed to lead these. Your horse will keep him honest from the outside. And you just saw Racecraft. He's all racehorse through and through. He's got 6 wins on the Tapeta.
Yeah.
So this is, now that Fly the W has kind of graduated to bigger and better things for Bobby DeBona, this is kind of the group here now. Racecraft, the best distance, and Tis Romantic. This is a really good group.
Yeah, they are, and they're cool to watch as well.
Yeah.
And with no Fly the W, it's who steps up now.
Well, that's a great way to look at it, too, because there is going to be a void now because, my goodness, boy, that was so cool to see on Saturday. What was that? I think he's now 13 for 24 on Tapeta or something like that.
Yeah, and it was his 8th win of the year last year.
8th win of the year, which, as you said, ties him for second at the time, at
Right.
least, amongst everybody out there. So race number 5 kicks off the late pick 5. We're $170 on the Tapeta. Fillies and Mares 4 and up, which have never won 2. The tag is 8. Samantha has got that ticket. And we'll take a look at it right now.
Yeah, and in my late pick 4, early pick 4, I had a couple more in race 5, but I'm just ripping off the Band-Aid here with the 1. Race 6, I do have the 4 on top, Champagne 1. I actually have everybody but Hayes on in race 6.
Shocking.
Yeah, race 7, this is my best bet, full disclosure, for Dave Fox. Race 8, I've got the 1 on top, but again, it's a spread race for me. And in the finale here, I lost my long shot, unfortunately, but I just have I scratch into Spirit of Victory for Steve Glasaris and Paco Lopez, $20.
Well, you could do worse with those two
Right.
guys who are firing hot together and apart. So it's a good pick to scratch into.
Yeah.
Race number 5. You've got a very, very logical horse on top and single. I like what you do here, too, because I think this is 1-7-7-1, and you're not doing any favors using them both
Right.
to start a ticket, I don't think. So you go with Pasillera.
I do a consistent filly to just second, and what I like about her is the horse that she was defeated by is not here.
Right.
Beach Ready.
Beach Ready.
Yep,
Beach
Beach
Ready.
Ready. Yeah, and Beach Ready. She's a tough gal here. The rail maybe not ideal.
Right.
Coming off a little bit of a freshening up, but that doesn't bother me because I think having fresh legs is a good thing in this race.
I don't disagree at all. She's well drawn. Last time she was in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at a stat for Pete Walder, too. And this is an interesting stat because if you look at your racing form, it's telling you Pete is 1 for 29 off a 61 to 180 day layoff. But let's check this out on Tapeta routes the past couple years. It's way better than that.
Yeah.
It's not a big sample, but it certainly kind of makes you feel a little bit more at ease when you see 3% for a
Right.
guy that's basically 20% with everything he does. We like Pete, the job he does. Picked up his 1,000th career victory right here over the summer as well. So certainly I think she's the main, she might be the only danger to my pick. I'm surprised you don't have our Awesome Sauce in here at all. Not that she was any great shakes last time, but she's off to claim for Jose D'Angelo, and I just like being outside your horse here. It's a good post for her.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is a good post. I thought she had to win.
She was not good last time.
No.
No.
It was so frustrating.
Yeah, she was not very good at all last time. If she's not going to win, she can't be third, beaten 4 lengths.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think she could. You say it all the time on Tapeta. I've kind of jumped on your bandwagon.
Yeah.
The form is so hit or miss sometimes, and maybe she rounds back into a good one. Irad is here, so certainly Jose D'Angelo likes his claim.
Yeah.
She's so bearish. I actually played her last time. She's stretching out. She could get brave in here, although the blinkers do come off.
Yeah, that's an interesting move here. I don't know. Maybe, like you said, you played her last time, and she was one that got hammered.
Yes, she did.
She might be a little bit more overlooked today. I don't know. Watch the betting board.
Yeah, watch the board as well. You don't want to see either of these two favorites at a overlaid number. Wouldn't be a good sign. Late pick 4 kicks off in race 6. I'll tweet that ticket out a little bit later on. This is a good/tricky race because we're going a mile and 3/16 on the Tapeta in a maiden special weight in the 4 horses to beat, and that is the 4 Champagne Juan. Well, bring it up, guys, and we'll show it, please.
Yeah.
The 5 Scat to Tap, the 6 Breeze, and the 7 War Officer. They all come in off the green stuff at Aqueduct, and they're all trying Tapeta today.
They are. So Scat 2 Tap drew the impossible rail post. War Officer drew the impossible outside post. What do you do with these guys here? This is tricky.
It's very tricky because now, very few of them, none of them, have experience over our Tapeta. Scat to Tap has run over an all-weather surface. Here's the other thing. Now, one of these 4 horses, I'm pretty sure is going to win.
Right.
Maybe this is a going forward thing. When 9 horses hit the line together, I'm not too excited about that race.
Right. No, you're not.
But today that might be moot.
Yeah.
All right, you've got the 4 Champagne Juan. It's Christoph. It's Irad. I mean, I think he's got the most upside, right?
I think so, and he was just way out the back
Right.
last time. He drew widest of all. He was the 12 that day, and this is just such a big jockey switch.
Well, Irad gets aboard. It's massive, no doubt about it. And Irad's got some speed to work with. That's
Right.
why I picked Scat to Tap, who I think maybe can see this out on the front end.
Yeah.
That remains to be seen. I expect him to be on or just off what should be a very dawdling
Yes.
early pace. And then conversely, Breeze and War Officer don't have any early speed, and that's going to be a problem for them. Let's just at least talk about Be Well. He comes out because he's the other, he's the one horse that's not,
Exactly.
the gang's all here kind of thing.
Yeah.
If Hazon wins, we lose. Well, simple as that. Be Well's actually cutting back from 1.25 miles for Jack Sisterson at Turfway.
See, so this is one that I didn't originally have,
Right.
and then this morning as I got changes, I was thinking about it, and like you say, when all of these horses hit the wire together, you kind of don't want anybody out of that race. So
Right.
who's the one? Well, there's Hazon, who's been getting obliterated by Dynamic One in the mornings, and then there's Be Well. So Be Well is
Dynamic
where
One
I
didn't-
went with.
Maybe I was going to say Dynamic One didn't flatter Hazon, but it's probably the other way around because Dynamic One was not very good
Right.
last week, couple weeks ago either. Hey, Be Well's run 3rd over the track and distance. Now, it's not a race that theoretically is going to make a
Right,
dent
yeah.
here, but he does have that in his bag of clubs. So
If
food for
there's,
thought.
unless you know something that we don't, this is, if there's ever a race to maybe hit the all ball or leave out one, this
Yeah,
is it, I feel
I agree
like. Yeah.
totally. And Jack Sisterson's had a very, very good championship
Right.
meet so far. You want to talk all ball? Might be race 7 as well here now. We're 5 furlongs on the Tapeta in a starter optional claimer. These are 4-year-olds and up. There are a couple scratches. Extendo won't come back after the big run in the Janus on Sunday. That's the 4, Comedy Town. The 8 is out as well. We're all over the place. No surprise you didn't pick the 1, but you'll go full disclosure. Dave Fox having a good meet as well.
This is my best bet
Okay.
of the day.
Oh,
yeah.
see, you get a big leg up on the betting public here. with doing
Well,
that.
yeah, we'll see. So you mentioned the Janus.
Right.
We had Panther Island come and win that. The
Yep.
other Loris Cesaris horse. Extendo just ran so huge
Did.
in that race as well, and that kind of leaves full disclosure now. We know the way that the Dave Fox barn is going, and that's
Yeah.
a barn that's firing hot. Paco Lopez as well. I'm not too keen on the post here, but this is a horse that kind of makes one run, so it looks like things could be speedy. If Paco can weave his way through some traffic, might be set up.
I got to believe you're on the lead and you're on the inside here. That's,
Okay.
yeah, I just with Paco aboard, he can't. I don't know if he can take the risk of pulling back a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, Phantom
This
Smoke's
isn't the
got speed.
fastest race either.
No, I
There's
agree
not
with
for a
that.
5 furlong
Yeah.
sprint or 5.5 furlong sprint. This isn't. Oh no, it is 5 furlongs. Pardon me. It's not the quickest that we've seen.
No, not with Extendo coming out either. I would expect you're going to be on the lead in here, and boy, you just saw it right there. Panther Island. Yes, he won the Janus. He loves the Tapeta.
Yes.
As well, so that was a big effort. I'm stabbing a little bit with Rock and Roller. This is the race Samantha talks about a lot, though. All these horses, even full disclosure, Rock and Roller was beaten by full disclosure by a length and 3/4, 2 back. They're all right together. If we can get a trip, maybe there's some speed developing in here. He's going to be a square price. Edgar Zayas gets back aboard. He gets back to the Tapeta.
Yep.
Maybe it's his day.
Maybe it could be.
It's been a little bit since it's his day.
It has, yeah, and I've gone back to him 3 different times since his day.
All right, this is the Safi Stat Horse, and you've got Cotton in second, making the first start on Tapeta for Safi Joseph Jr. We'll take a look at that stat now. Not very flattering.
No, not at all, especially for a barn that does so many things well. It is a bit surprising. Now, again, this horse is coming from fairgrounds. This is a much, I would say, relatively easier class, and I think maybe
I'm going to fight you on that. This is a good group.
Okay, well
Yeah.
that's fair. It is a good group, but it's Ken Ramsey owned, Safi Joseph, got
Yeah.
Tyler here, outside tactical post.
Yeah, this is a better group than he was facing at Woodbine, too. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Well, yeah.
He's run here. You gets all the way at the bottom of my form. He's run very well. He didn't break that day when he was with Marty Drexler.
Right.
He's got a lot of speed, too. I think he's going to be part of the party from the outside.
Yeah.
It's a good race. Uncle B's in here, and you don't have him. I've got him in fourth. He's got form for Scott Acker on his day that would win this as well.
Yeah.
Race number 8 kicks off the late double. We're on the Tapeta here at 5.5. Starter optional claimer for the newly turned 3-year-old fillies. Scratch the 7. Wisco Disco is out, and you were, I don't know if you bought this race, you're spreading deep.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're back with Anna Julia Forever, the only 2-time winner, one of 2 2-time winners in the field. Big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal, and this is a filly as well that she's just kind of done it in 2 different ways. She's pressed. She's
That's a good point.
yeah, and I think that's good that she's shown a little bit more versatility.
Yeah.
You get Louis Saez aboard. I would imagine that this horse would be sent along probably.
Yeah, she's going to have to because you want to maintain that position
Right.
down inside there. My best bet of the day is the 5, Dr. Ray D. Safi off the claim, off a power win last
Yeah.
time, getting to the Tapeta for the first time.
Yeah.
I think that's
The
a big
horse
deal.
moved up huge on the
Yeah.
Tapeta, yeah.
Lucy's Cookies at 3, 2-1 on the morning line. It's Irad Fernando Abreu off a power win for
Yeah.
35 last time. Let's take a look at a stat for a barn that, my goodness, is he white hot here, but not necessarily huge sample, but just 2 for 9 winner last out on Tapeta. Maybe she comes back a little bit today.
Yeah, she could. I think it's significant, though, that Irad rode the 1 last time, and
Yeah.
now we find him here.
Yeah, without a doubt. And she's going to add Lasix off a walk in the park win, too.
Right.
So, she's tough right back. I don't think there's any doubt about it. We're on a firm turf course to wrap up this 9-race card. The finale is a $25,000 maiden claimer for 3-year-old fillies. Now, we do have some scratches in here. The 3, 4, and 9 are out of this race. I don't know if you scratch into Spirit of Victory. Did you mention that?
Yep.
You did.
Yep, I do. I lost my long shot here.
Okay.
Spirit of Victory, Paco, Steve Glaceris. This horse is going to stretch out for the first time. I like that. The Tapeta race, that winner that day was just won by open links, and nobody was really
Yeah.
that made much of an impact behind. Blinkers go on, Lasix goes on for the first time. Daughter of Noble Mission, you think she's going to run all day?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is now, I think this is a really good post for this horse now, not only with Paco, but, maybe Skinny Cosmo tries to go. We've
Yeah.
got the replay, actually, of Skinny Cosmo and Wow Lucky. Skinny Cosmo, she did everything but win last time.
Right.
Now, you can argue she also had to win. I mean, she's clear at 5-1 freewheeling here into the far turn and couldn't quite see it out.
Yeah, that could be a problem for her. And Wow Lucky really came out the back and ran very well. First time on the grass course here. She's the 9. And really, I was impressed by Wow Lucky, but there was kind of like a race within a race going on
Right.
here. And I think that Skinny Cosmo is going to run a similar way, but it's just a matter of can she see it through.
Yeah, and she's got a problem with your horse to her outside because there's no free passes on the lead anymore with Paco aboard Spirit of Victory. I'm on Royal Upstart, Riley Mott, a maiden special weight dropper on Tapeta, stretching out on turf. Boy, everything Riley sent out has been so live. He won the stakes the other day on the Tapeta. Congratulations to him, one of the good guys. So it's competitive finale, that is to be sure. Before we leave you, though, we got a good lightning round. We've got a lot to talk about as we do each and every day to start the racing week. And, of course, that'll be Wednesday next week. We've got standings to look at. And I think we're now just, we're getting into the teeth after the new year of the championship meet. This is... I don't think anybody had Paco Lopez at 29 and one off Irad on January 4th.
No, it was not on the bingo card, but it is now, and what a show these two are putting on here. It's going to be a fun jockeys race.
Yeah, without a doubt. It'll tighten up for sure. Luis Saez, Edgar, good to see him up there, and of course Jose Ortiz as well. We'll take a look at the trainer standings right now. And we got Safi trying to run away a little bit. Brian Lynch, he's not running a ton of horses. And Mark Casse quietly up there with 7.
Yeah, this is exciting. And look at Jose D'Angelo and Carlos David, both of them. It's going to be an interesting podium as well.
Yeah, this bodes very well for Safi to try to defend his title because, no disrespect to Brian Lynch, Mark Casse, and Carlos David. They're not in contention to win the title.
Right.
They don't have the numbers, that's all. This is just a testament to how good the barn is doing and how good they are, but they don't have the numbers to win the title. Safi is, I think Jose is in the mix, and certainly Todd Pletcher will be up there sooner rather than later. We bring back now on Saturday the Coast to Coast Pick 5, Gulfstream and Santa Anita. You like this bet a lot, and we're going to get involved with it.
Oh, yeah, I love this bet. So 3 races here, 2 from Santa Anita. I can't wait. Santa Anita is the track I wind down with after maybe getting whooped around here sometimes. But now we've got it. 15% takeout, and it's a $1 minimum, too.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It really, the payouts are big. Make sure to get involved. I'll tweet some thoughts about it as well come Saturday.
Yeah, we'll definitely have some opinions on there. And, of course, 3 races here. Tropical Turf Pick 3. Now, don't forget, this is going to actually start running on Fridays as well. There you see the graphic. Thank you, guys. And you've been putting a ticket together each and every day. And I know you didn't hit it the other day, but you were
close.
Oh my goodness, you were live again, and the payouts were astronomical.
Yeah, they were, and I had 4. I was 4 deep and didn't have the top 2 finishers.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the Panther Island race.
Panther Island.
Yep, but it's okay because tomorrow we're gonna fire at it again. I've got a single right off the bat tomorrow. It's I believe 1, 5, and 9 or 1, 5, and 8.
Yeah, it encompasses the entire card tomorrow.
It does, yes. So be patient because these payouts are good. 15% takeout, so it's a fun bet.
I remember one of your Alive 2 horses was Yes I'm Free. I think it was 8 to 5 and it was paying like $240.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
Big. Excuse me. Your best bet today?
Full disclosure for me.
Okay, I'm Dr. Ray D. I believe in race number. There we go. Race number 8 for me, and your long shot.
Lost long shot.
Lost the long shot. Actually, what is my long shot today? Oh, that's right. Rock and Roller. he should be at 6 to 1. I hope he is. He better be.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Get off my pick, people, because I need 6 to 1 to try to get him home.
Yeah.
Last, certainly not least, we're going to remind you about this time and time again, but the list now, the initial list for the Pegasus World Cup, January 27th, is out. Saturday. It's a monster day. Make sure you get your tickets. Brad Cox, who's won this race with Knicks Go. He's got First Mission and Saudi Crown nominated. Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert, who's won this race as well, has got the Preakness winner, National Treasure, nominated. This is just the starting off process to what is just a huge day at Gulfstream Park.
Yep, it is, and we'll see it just kind of condensed down some as people say yes, yay, or nay, and it's going to be a really fun day, and of course we'll keep you updated the whole time.
Throughout, and as I already mentioned, Senior Buscador will be schooling behind us here and a little bit later on, so take note of that. He's a cool one to have here as well. That's it for us. 9 of them. Pete Aiello is upstairs for your scratches and your changes. We'll be back for the opener shortly. Best of luck today.